Yo, Surreal Talk Radio, your man, Calico the Surrealist on WPRK 91.5 FM Winter Park. We are kicking it after dark with our special guests in the building. Hey, right now I got my comedy co-host in here rocking with me tonight, so I'm going to introduce y'all to him first, and then we're going to get to it. Got my little cousin exclusive in this thing. What's going on, cuz?
You know me, chilling like a villain.
Chilling like a villain,
I'm excited.
Man.
We got a well-known beat maker in the crib.
Beat maker, producer, man. You already know, man. Listen, man. We got a hot show lined up tonight. We're going to kick it off with my surreal topic of the day. We got music from around the way. We got our throwback track and my favorite part of the show, the pump it or dump it. Y'all get to call in and let us know how you feel about the music we playing. How about that? You know what I'm saying? That's dark. Hey, that's Exclusive's favorite part of the show. I know it is, man.
It's one of my favorite parts.
For sure, man. But yo, listen, man, without any further ado, man, my special guest chilling with us tonight, this brother right here is a Grammy Award-winning record producer, best known for his work with Bone Thugs and Harmony. We got DJ U-Neek on the line. What's going on, bro? You there?
Yo, what's going on, man? Yes, sir. Yeah, man, thanks for having me, bro.
Oh, yeah, man, no doubt, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for doing our show, helping us grow this platform, man. We truly appreciate you.
Yo, yeah, man, for sure, man. Definitely.
Shout out
to all the folks out there listening, man. Definitely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, big dog, man. We're going to start things off with my surreal topic of the day. But, man, first I want to say this, man. I don't think people out there really realize how important DJ U-Neek is to the Bone Thugs and Harmony story, man. I want to start it off like that. I want to ask you, hey, U-Neek, man, do you ever feel that way?
I think it's like now, like today, I kind of feel it, because I'm not really out there with them as much as in the beginning, like in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So in the 90s, I felt more like they seen that we was all one big clique, you know what I'm saying? But as time went on, I just kind of faded out, to the back. So, you know what I'm saying? So today, yeah, I definitely don't really feel that people really connect, like how much of an important part I played with it,
Yes, sir.
Developing, yeah.
Well, yeah, man. Well, listen, we going to highlight you today, man. We going to let them know how important DJ U-Neek is to this Bone Thug story. I want to start things off with my surreal topic of the day, man. My topic tonight is modern day beat making. I want to talk about how they making beats these days, and I'm talking about basically how they they out there building these beats by basically putting these loops and these samples together and things like that. So I want to ask you, U-Neek, man, start with you. How you feel about this style of producing?
Man, it's like it comes down to the creative vibe that the person may have that's making the track, but they got it so easy because they dealing with a bunch of refills and stuff that's from that's already done, and all they gotta do is chop it up and make it fit whatever track. So it's really easier, you know what I'm saying? And like I like some of this stuff, man, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot easier. Like that's how it go, as you go on, we did all the hard work. And then now, like today, it's much easier. So I definitely respect it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Respect it, Yeah.
All right.
It sounds cool.
All right, man. Well, yeah, man. I'm glad you digging it, man. I got a little issue with it. I ain't gonna lie, man. But I want to get my co-host thoughts on it, man. What you think about this style of beat making that's going on these days?
It irritates me because so much of it sound the same. It's like a copycat league now. Mm-hmm. Everybody is afraid to come up with their own creativity because everybody doing the same sequences or the same kind of samples, or they got the same 808 or the same clap, same hi-hats. They just change the sequence of it.
Right.
And the flows to it. I can't tell one artist from the next no more.
we ain't dealing with the flow right now. We talking about the beat, the producing, man. I got you though.
Hey, you know what though? What's so dope? I mean, what's real about it, like what he's saying is that, like, yeah, you're speaking on the producer, but it seems like the artist and the producer and using the same drum kit with the 808, it's just like nothing has like an identity.
Right. You
can't tell who's who. So so I can feel where he's coming from. Yeah. So it falls over to the producer and the rapper, and it's like it's just a copy. It's like duplication over and over. You feel me?
Yeah,
right.
Stuff like that. So it's no originality, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. For sure, I definitely agree with all of that, man. You know, I just want to kind of cut the rappers a break for a minute and deal with these producers, man.
Yeah. That's
man.
right.
It's all good, man. Okay, so we talked about the beat sounding similar. He just brought that up. Do you think it lessens the value of a producer these days?
Yeah, I do, man. You know what I'm saying? I do. You know, it just I seen it coming around like 06, 07, just, you know, even dealing with the A&Rs and stuff like that, how they was approaching, like, even, like, just wanting to pay, and, you know, you hear the record's a hit. A hit is a hit. Like, you know, the song's written over it, the beat is banging, but they looking at, like, damn, nigga only got a laptop.
Yeah.
So they don't really feel it like how back when we was coming up. So they look at it like, man, we get this cat, you know what I'm saying, 3,500, whatever. Man, you call it a day, you know what I'm saying? Because back then it'd be 35,000. You feel me?
Right.
So yeah, so it's like, yeah. So they look at it like, man, this cat did it inside his bedroom, laptop. So they treat it different. So by them looking at how it's created all inside the box, they just don't respect it. Like, you know, band members coming in, your keyboard set up and everything, and they come in and the A&R see that, they go, oh, okay, it's going down. So they kind of have a different kind of respect and like don't mind paying the fee when they see all these different, you know, band members off in there, you feel me? And stuff like that. So, you know, so one guy come in and he get to do the horn inside his computer, he get to do the bass line, he doing everything. They're like, oh man, get this dude 3,500, man, a couple points. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it make them look at it like it's cheap, man.
Yeah.
It make it look like real cheap at it, bro. Yep.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you put it that way because, you know, you're the professional here. And I that's the way I assumed it was happening these days. So that's why I formed the question. Because what you think about basically, do you think it lessens the value of a producer? And I mean, not even just from a monetary standpoint. I mean, like even from a moral standpoint, from a, you know, any other aspect you want to look at it.
I think it do. It alter it a little bit because it's almost like if somebody could paint your house in 10 minutes.
Right.
Do you feel like you should pay them $1,500? You know what I'm saying? When one cat, it might take him 2 days, but he only charged $350.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when a dude can make you a beat in 5 minutes,
right?
But this other cat orchestrated it, took him a while. You can see he labored on it.
Yeah.
For some reason, they look at that like it's more valuable than the guy that can make you a beat in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I always wondered, like when they make these beats, or like when they put these loops together, like they didn't create that loop. So do they have to like give any kind of royalties or any kind of, is it like a sample that they would have to pay whoever created the loop? I don't know. Like, how does that work?
I think where when they chop it up and it's not recognized, they don't have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you just kind of loop it and you hear it, you go, okay, that's from such and such. You got to pay because it's just too recognizable. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you got to pay. But a lot of these cats are chopping that stuff up, man. So you can't really tell. You know, of course I can tell, but a lot of like the average consumer or listener, they're not really tripping off you know, like, oh, that's Al Green.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever chopped up. Yeah. So they chop it up really well till it's not recognized. So the artist and their lawyer is not going to recognize it. So, you know, they get away with it, you know?
Yeah. So let me ask you this. Have you ever experienced this firsthand? Have you ever had to come after somebody because you recognize, hey, man, that's a DJ U-Neek pattern right there?
Oh, man. You know, I did. And I can't think of the artist's name, though. It was just like maybe 2 years ago. I know she was on Sony. She was on Sony, and I heard the track, and I got like a administrator, you know what I'm saying, that person, company that does my publishing administration. Yeah. And I said, man, this right here, I told them what melody it was and everything. Oh, they was doing a whole little first of the month thing, even though I borrowed it. But the part that they use is the part I added to the first of the month. You know, like the part I came up with, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, now I can see they use the bass line. Okay, no, that's chapter 8. But I'm like, but that lead line, that's all for me. So I was like, man, we're going to have to holler at them. I'm like, play mine and then play theirs and then you hear it. You know what I'm saying? But I think they wound up I don't know, like, what would happen with that, man, because the artist faded out. It was like a female singer, man. I saw the video.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was the one time when I was like, I heard it right off. I said, damn. And I looked at the views. I looked at the views.
Yeah.
I said, damn, she got over 1 million views. Okay, she got it doing it. I don't like to cut in and mess up nothing. So I'm like, I just want to holler at them and let them know, like, bro, that's my line. So, just kind of throw me a credit. Because I wasn't even tripping off of getting no kind of point or nothing. And I just throw me a little credit. But, yeah, I don't know. It just faded out. The whole thing just faded out. I never heard from the artist. Another single. I didn't hear nothing else from them. So that was it.
Man, listen, I'm finna throw in me a shameless plug right now, man. I went through the same thing. I'm not a producer, but I do these radio shows, and I think it was Lazy Bone. I was interviewing, and I came up with this question where I was asking him about working with Eminem. And there's this dude, and his name is DJ Y. Something like that, and my man took my question and posted it on. And they got my voice and everything. Me and Lazy Bone, you can hear us talking, and he got like 500,000 views or something like that on this thing. So I hit him up. I was like, dude, just give me some credit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? That's all I need. I would need, whatever. So I totally feel where you coming from with that, man. And it's crazy how people could just feel like they could just take your stuff and do what they, you know what I'm saying, and just do what they do with it. And but yeah, man. So as far as the samples and stuff like that, you said, you took a sample from when you produced the first of the month.
Yes.
So like, talk to me about taking samples as a producer. Are you like, this is something, of course, like, you're not just taking nobody's stuff. You're trying to be creative with it, but how do you go about giving the paying homage to the creator of the work?
Oh man, definitely reach out for the clearance and let them hear the song. You know what I'm saying? Because they have to like listen to the song and make sure they like the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Because they real serious about it. Because it was a hit record back then, so they're not gonna let you just do anything over it. So you gotta send the song in and just take care of all that business up front. Let them know, like, you trying to come straight up. I'm not trying to do nothing and put it out. I'm coming straight to you. This is what I use. Could they ask you, what part of the song did you use? So I tell them this, and this. You know what I'm saying? And so, and we give them credit, courtesy of, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so I have no problem with giving up props to where I borrowed it from. Yeah. And then I'm always going to add to it. You already know that. Oh, yeah. But yeah, so, yeah, man. So I have no problem, man. But some cats think a little different, man. And when you come into a major, man, they gonna tear your behind up, bro. Like, you put out, and I'll tell you, man, I trip off. I hear records, man, that come out and go number one and be hitting platinum, right? And they be like on like Interscope Records, right? Yeah. And it be the single, and they don't even clear it. I be going, damn, what was they thinking? Yeah. Because see, Interscope and Sony and all them labels, man, are gonna be on like a main target, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like anything comes to that pipeline. Man, they want to get paid. Now, you done put it out. They would have hit you probably with like, say, okay, you want to use that? Okay, give us 5 Gs and maybe like a 2-point override or something like that. It's been real cool with you. Mm-hmm. You go, okay, but now you done put it out. It's went number one, sold a couple million records. Now they coming at you talking about 5 million. Mm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how it be, because they feel like you just straight robbed them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the whole thing is to come up front with it. You know what I'm saying? And tell them up front, man, they be real cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So. Man, I love this conversation with you already, man. We didn't even get started yet, but I love the fact that you talking about you have to, you submit the work. Like, man, listen, this is what we did with your music, and if they approve it, they obviously think what you doing is dope enough for you to say, yeah, man, let's run with it. You know what I mean? Like, first of the month, let's go. So that's right, man. Like, I mean, all that Crossroads, all that. Oh, yeah. We sent it right in, man, to the Ozzy Brothers. Even check out this. Even like if it's original beat, such as Thug Love. Uh-huh. So Pac, he had passed away after, we had mixed it down and got everybody on there. He had passed away, so we had to deal with his mom. Oh. So, you know what I'm saying? So we had to send it to the estate, and we had to send it to his mom, and she turned us down a few times. You know what I'm saying? Because the gunshot, she didn't like that. And then you know how he died.
Yeah.
So it was bothering her. So we had to write a letter to her. We had to really come and say that was the main thing that drove him to the track to want to rap over it. Because I played him like 2 other tracks, and he was driven by that one.
Yeah.
So it kind of touched her like, this is what your son wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like that was the only track I played for him, but that gunshot was the one that got it. He said, no, that's the one.
Yeah.
So, we had to kind of write that in a letter to her, and she finally gave in. Because she said every time she heard the gunshot, it just made her cringe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I could feel it. I could feel it, man. But we was praying that she gave us that clearance, man, and she finally did, bro. It was a great day, my brother.
Man, my man, listen, man, thank you so much for sharing that story with me, man. Tupac is my favorite rapper of all time. Bone Thugs is my favorite group of all times, but Tupac is my favorite rapper of all times, and I did not know that, what you just shared. I appreciate that so much.
Oh, yeah.
Man, we can talk about this forever, man. I want to kind of close out this segment by talking by just saying this. I don't feel like what these producers are doing these days are actually making beats or producing. I feel like it's more like engineering, like you're just moving things around and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you could just go to the studio and the engineer can just be like, all right, I move this here, move that there. You just put some vocals on it. But I want to put this topic on the back burner for a little bit, man. So we got time to chop it up with you and everything like that. But I want to get into my next segment, which is the pump it or dump it. So I'm going to open up the hotlines. Anybody want to call in and talk about our topic? Anybody want to call in and participate in our next segment, pump it or dump it? We need you to call in and let us know how you feel about the music we playing. Should we pump it? Should we get rid of it? If you want to call in and give a shout out to DJ U-Neek, more than welcome. Remember, we are on the radio. No profanity. Please keep the calls brief. All right, so this artist I'm about to play, her name is Anna Red, and the name of her song is Move Round, right here on Surreal Talk Radio. So as soon as my slow computer thing gets to going, we're going to hear some music. Hey, U-Neek, man, check this track out and give us some of your professional opinion on it.
Okay.
I'm on your ass like your mama should've been. If the nigga broke, then I'm gone in the wind. Heard you tryna take my place, bitch, let's see if you can stand. All you hoes do is run your nut catchers on the ground. I ain't got 'em all, don't make me get retarded. Walk up in that bitch, I bet it smell just like I farted. I done popped a pill or two, I'm gon' be up until the morning. Bitch, don't kill my vibe, I'm booted, bitch, I'm motherfucking soaring. Ayy, he say he like me, made me icy. See the shit here pricey, you can't one night me. Tryna put me in his wheels, say he wanna wife me. Keeping bitches cholesterol, she feeling salty. She gon' lose a top, trying hard to top this. You can't stop this. Turns out he broke, so I put him on a block list. Play a car revoke, nah, nigga, you can't fuck shit. Get the fucking round, before I pop you like a fucking zip. Move round, bro, nigga, move round. Need a nigga with the pounds who ain't scared to go to town. Move round, bro, cold, move round. I pull up to your town and I'm shutting shit down. Move round, bro, nigga, move round. Need a nigga with the pounds who ain't scared to go to town. Move round, bro, cold, move round. I pull up to your town and I'm shutting shit down. Hold up, bitch, I'm on your ass like a BBL. Teach you hoes how to run it, ain't no kiss and tell. Oh, you holding niggas down while they in the jail? Or was that nigga holding you when he was in the field? Believe in love, don't be stupid, like I'm clueless. Show that nigga what he working with, pull up ruthless. Show that pussy that you know the game and leave him juiceless. If a bitch ever try, you better leave her toothless. Turn me up like I'm missing, I'm on a mission. Need a nigga with that heat like he Mickey Harrison. Ain't no bitch like me, cause it ain't no comparison. I'm on his mind every day, cause I'm his daily regiment. Move round, bro, nigga, move round. Need a nigga with the pounds who ain't scared to go to town. Move round, bro, cold, move round. I pull up to your town and I'm shutting shit down. Move round, bro, nigga, move round. Need a nigga with the pounds who ain't scared to go to town. Move round, bro, cold, move round. I pull up to your town and I'm shutting shit down. Shut it down.
All right, move round. All right, man, Surreal Talk Radio, we back. Your man Calico the Surrealist, got DJ Exclusive in this thing, and our special guest on the line, DJ U-Neek. Yes, sir. All right, man, so I'm going to go around the board. Hey, U-Neek, man, the track I just played, man, give us some of your professional Grammy Award-winning advice on what we just played there, man. Should we pump that? Should we dump it? What you think about it?
Yeah, man. It's really not my cup of tea, brother. But it was flowing. I know it probably got the clubs going, but it's just not my thing, man. So I would, dump that one. That's just my personal opinion. Because it's just not my thing. I got a whole nother vibe that I'm on. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the brother's flowing. I know the club probably loving it. So
all right.
That's what I feel. Yeah.
All right, that's real. That's real. Exclusive, what you think, cuz?
I think two things.
All right.
The one part of me think it's entertaining, but the dad in me, like if I'm riding around with my daughter, is that the content
I feel you.
I want her to listen to.
Yeah.
As a woman growing up.
Man,
it's two different.
Y'all gotta sound like a bunch of old men on this thing, man.
I got grown man stuff going on over here.
I feel you. Well,
I would say pump it for the younger, but somebody like me, I can't roll with that.
Nah, I feel you, man. That's real. All right, y'all. Listen, phone number is 407-646-2915. One more time, it's 407-646-291.5. All right, in the meantime, we about to get real live with my man DJ U-Neek. Hey, man, so let's start it out like this, bro. First question, man. You call yourself DJ U-Neek. Is that just a stage name, or do you actually DJ? Do you actually get down on the ones and twos?
Yeah, that's how I started. Yeah, I started with mixing, man, and doing parties and giving my own backyard parties, and and that was kind of like like in the '80s. So I'm from this, that same school as Bobcat and Battlecat and Dre and them. So okay. Yeah, man, that's how I started, man. Before I started making beats, man.
All right, let me catch this call. Yo, so Real Talk Radio, You live? What's going on?
Hey, I was calling about that song "Move Around."
Yeah. What you think about it?
It's a new school beat with an old school flow. You should go ahead and dump that.
You gonna dump? All right. Appreciate your call. You got anything for DJ U-Neek?
Man, I want to hear about everything. Talk to us, man.
All right. We finna fillet this thing. We finna pick his brain. All right, big dog. Appreciate your call. All right, back to U-Neek. All right, so you used to get down on the ones and twos. You come from the Dre era.
Yes.
Yeah, man, we got you.
Yeah, man, I come from the Dre, Yella era, man. So we had to really show our skills, man. You know what I'm saying? With spinning and going against each other, and but it was fun. You know what I'm saying? So I come from that era, man. So that's how I paid my dues, and I just started programming and getting into that. So that was the start right there. With most of the producers that's dealing with rap, they all probably, they all come from a DJ background. You feel me?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like most of the big ones. But that's my story too, man. I started off DJing. Yep, on the ones and twos, bro.
Now we talking about DJing like bricky, scratching and all of that, or you just what?
Yes, man. Scratching, man. Yeah, the whole thing, backspin, everything. Yeah, man.
Man, you shouldn't have told me that. You shouldn't have told me that. I got a question for you now. Wait till we get down a little bit further. I got something for you. All right, man. Let's put that on the back burner, though. So let's talk about you as a producer right quick, man. Ruthless Records, man. You was discovered by Eazy-E, man. Break it down for us, man, the relationship. How was you discovered, and what was your relationship like with E?
Oh, man. Yeah, man, that was a great experience for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Life-changing. Yeah, man, so just before I got with Ruthless Records, man, I had my own company, and I was producing, different artists. I had a female rapper, which was, my wife, her name was Clever, and we went by U-Neek and Clever. Then I had Don Jaguar. I don't know if y'all hip to him. He wound up doing some stuff with Ice Cube. And I had a few artists up under me, man, just trying to do it on the independent level. And I just, didn't have the funds to really take it to that level of getting the radio play and all that. So I started just like hustling my beats, So I started shopping, my tracks around. Back then, dealing with the cassette, I was going to different labels and just trying to get work as a producer to produce artists, that was already signed. And, I went over, and Dre had just left Ruthless. So, that came across my mind. I said, man, Easy gonna need somebody over there. You know what I'm saying? Because, his main guy is gone. But the timing was kind of crazy for me, bro. Like, I was trying to get up in there, and it was hard, man, because the Death Row and the Ruthless thing was going on, with Suge was coming up there.
Yeah.
So the security was mad tight. And I'm coming up there, brother, with the whole LA attire, man, with the T-shirts and the Levi's and the hat and the curl and all that. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah.
So they would stop me at the door. I couldn't even get past the lobby. But yeah, man. So it's so I was having a hard time just even getting my cassette to Easy.
Yeah.
And I had to come up with a plan, bro. So I had a guy, man, that I dealt with, you know, and I asked him, because, you know, he wasn't dressing like the streets at all. He was a very intelligent guy. His name was Johnny Shields, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him, I said, man, you ever thought about managing, like, you know, producers and artists or the music business? He was like, nope. So I had to talk him into it. And I just told him, man, I'll buy you the clothes and everything, bro. So you go up there. So got him a little suit and everything, and gave him my tape. The same tape I was trying to get in there. Yeah. He went in there, man, with no problem. So I drove him up there to Ruthless, man. He walked in there, man. He was in there for about 30, 40 minutes, man. I'm thinking like, damn, I just want him to drop off the tape. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wondering like, well, what the hell going on up in there, you know? Yeah. So he come out, man. I'm like hot, man. I'm in the car like, man, you know, ready to give it to him, you know? Yeah. So he come in the car and he was like, after all that time I waited, he say, well, yeah, Eric wasn't there. Easy wasn't there. Mm-hmm. I said, man, what the hell you was in there doing? He said, I was talking to the white-haired gentleman. So the white-haired gentleman, Jerry Heller. Yeah. I said, well, that's like talking to Easy. So he was telling me, he said, oh, man, we had a great conversation, man. He said he'd make sure he give it to Easy and blah, blah, blah. So that's how it all started, man. He gave the tape to Easy, Jerry Heller. Yeah. And Easy called me, man. He heard them beats. I knew once he heard them tracks, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was just a matter of time for him to call me back. So he called me, man. It was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? It was just like I figured. Like, you know, hey, man, I got this record label, bro. You welcome to it. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, man, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the relationship pretty much started, just to make it short, you know, not too long. And, man, we started hanging, man, like, you know, first just on the business of doing music and all that. Then next thing you know, man, we just started hanging out, man, going to get stuff to eat. And, you know, I started to be, like, I had a studio I was going to that was in Hawthorne that was called a Black Hole. Mm-hmm. So he started coming over there and just started hanging out. Like, when he finished over at his studio in Torrance, he would come over, man, and hang out at the Black Hole for the rest of the evening, man, and just hang with me, bro. And we just, I would just make tracks, and that was a 16-track studio, 1-inch 16-track studio. You know what I'm saying? And we was over there killing it. He was blown away by that. Yeah. He said, man, y'all doing all that shit here? I said, man, we laying all this stuff on a 16-track, bro. He was blown away. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, so that's how, you know, everything started like that, bro. We just started rolling, getting tight. He would call me every morning about 7 o'clock when he was taking his kids to school. He would call me, man, like, what we doing today? You know what I'm saying? So I said, well, bro, I'm going in. I'm working on this and that, because he had all them groups. So I tell him I'm working on this. And he'll say, well, I got GBM, or I got Shaky, which I think he go by Ruthless Dirty Red, or I got Black Hole of Watts, man. I need you to work with them. So whoever he wanted me to work with, I say, well, bro, okay, send him up there. Yeah. And then, you know, we was just doing like that, man. Yeah, man, it was a great experience, bro. Like being with man, that's like my hero. You know what I'm saying? I
mean, hey, listen, I know what you're saying, bro. Like I can have a whole. We can finish the rest of this show talking about Easy, but let's
talk about Easy, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I know that's real.
Right. Hey, man, I feel you. I feel you. But listen, man. So you from the legacy from Easy with the Dr. Dre, the DJ Yella. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I'm saying. You on that roster. So what was your relationship with Tamika? After E passed, his wife.
Yeah, you know, with that, you know, I had to get to know her and stuff like that, man. But like once, you know, she got herself in there and got herself situated, you know what I'm saying? We wound up being cool, man. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was just, you know, like, you know, she wanted to, I guess, like, you know, take it to the next level, but it was like, you know, Easy had a whole nother way of moving. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like he wasn't scared to make a move. If he liked something, he signed it, put it out, test the waters, man. I mean, you don't see cats doing it like that, bro. Like, man, that cat would move on something so fast, it'd be on the radio, and within 2 weeks, bro, like, you'd be like, man, you just met them dudes, you know what I'm saying? So her thing was like, she put me in position, you know, as A&R and everything, and, you know, I'm thinking like Easy, man. I want to sign stuff. Yeah. I want to, you know, see if I got the ear, you know what I'm saying, to deliver some hits, you know? Yeah. But it was like, you know, I'm getting groups signed and everything, man, but it was hard to test the market with them because they wouldn't really make it to that point. Like, we are going to the studio, cut music, and they sign, got a budget and everything. But I'm like, I want to put some music out and let the people, you know, decide, you know. But it was, that part right there was frustrating to me, man, because we could have kept the momentum going for Ruthless Records. Because Easy had like a whole thing where he was dropping so many artists, man, within a quarter, like four months, whatever. He had dropped so many artists, man, and it just came to a halt. It was just like Bone, MC Ren, and that was it. I'm like, damn, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only part, man, right there. But everything else, man, we was good, bro.
So she did she take care of you though, as far as, you know, artists of hers?
Say it again.
I said, did she take care of you as far as being one of her artists?
Yeah, you know, like as far as, you know, doing the production and working for her as like the, you know, like A&R. Yeah, she took care of me on the business front as far as that, and as, you know, working for the labels. Yeah,
right.
yeah. She took care of business.
For sure. All right, cool, man. So now we're going to go to the first time working with Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. Talk to us about the first time you worked with these brothers, man, and then I want to know what the chemistry was like with y'all.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was a life-changing moment right there, brother. Yeah, so like I said, Easy would call me usually like early in the morning, asking me like what, you know, like what's on the, you know, the agenda or whatever. But he called me this particular morning, man. He called me and he was excited. I heard in his voice. He said, bro, I got these dudes, man, and like we need to get in the studio. And see, my man who owned the studio, he would normally get there like around 1 o'clock or whatever, you know. And he said, "No, we need to get in there earlier, bro. I got you." And I was like, "Damn, okay, this must be serious." So let me call my man and get him to open up the studio like earlier for us. You know what I'm saying? So I called him. He said, "Okay." He got in there like around 10:30. So you know, he came in and they was already there before I got there. I pulled up and I'm looking like, "Damn, okay." You know, they ain't looking like they from, you know, LA, no Cali kind of rappers, you know. So I'm like, damn. So you know, he told me, you know what I'm saying, like who they were, and had them like, you know, say their names and everything. So that was already different, like, you know, Lazy Bone, Crazy Bone, you know. And I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? The whole vibe was different. They looked, everything was different. So then they went into the like once my man got there, they went into the studio, and we you know, I started playing tracks that I was doing for Easy's project. I was working, you know, doing some stuff for his album. So I was playing stuff for them, and they was kind of bobbing a little bit, but they wasn't really like into it. You could tell, you know? Yeah. So I said, damn, okay. So Easy looking at me, I'm looking at him, and I'm like playing stuff. I mean, like playing some bangers, right? Mm-hmm. So after about 5 tracks, they stopped me, and they was like, bro, we're not really into that, you know what I'm saying? And so it was like Crazy Bone had did his homework, or somebody had did the homework. So he said, who was the guy who did the track on Menage a Trois? The track was called "Cause It's Like That," and that was the track I did. So it was like he had already did his homework. He had already knew that. So I said, that's the track I did, and like that was like a track they asked me to do. They wanted something more smooth and kind of different from what the album was already, you know, kind of the direction that it was going in. Mm-hmm. So I did the smooth track, and I wanted to come with something hard because it was Rhythm D and DJ Yella coming with some heat on there, right? Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, damn, okay, they come to me, and I'm trying to show off a little bit, but I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and do this smooth jam and still make it bang a little bit. Yeah. And that was the track that Crazy heard, and he was like, he said, like, you know, who did that track? I said, well, that's the track I did. He said, man, that's the vibe we on right there, bro. Yeah. Okay. I said, damn. So, you know, yeah, kind of threw a curveball at me. I said, damn, okay. So, you know, yeah, so Easy's holding the bus for me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, y'all go ahead and kick a little something. So they got like in a little circle, and one nigga started beatboxing, one nigga started doing something else, and they was flowing and backing each other up on their harmonies. And, you know, I was like, man, what is this, bro? And being the engineer, we just looked at each other, then looked over at Easy. He was over there smiling like, yeah, nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They going up and down. And I said, man, what the hell is this? So he said, well, look, man, I got to grab him something, you know, to wear and everything. So he was taking him shopping. He said, why don't you go ahead and hook up something? About the time we come back from shopping, bro, you know what I'm saying? Play him a little something. So I said, cool. Mm-hmm. So they went shopping for about, 2 hours, whatever, and came back, man. And I push play, brother. I play like Thuggish Ruggish, creeping on the come up, no surrender, and them niggas went out of their minds, bro. Them niggas went crazy. They was like, and they was telling each other, we found it. Like they had been like trying to find somebody or find this sound, and they was like, man, we found it, bro.
Yes, sir.
And like from there, man, it was history, bro. Yeah, it was history, man. So the chemistry was right there, man. It just changed the whole music game, bro. You know.
That's what I was saying in the intro to this interview, man. How important you are to this, man. We gonna break it down. How important you are to this story here. That's the chemistry. You were the main producer in all their biggest selling records.
Yes.
4 times platinum each time out the box. That's 4 grand slams, man. As a producer, it don't get much better than that. That's 4 grand slams in a row. I mean, 3 grand slams in a row. You know what I'm saying? And then one of them was a double album. You know, so you got 2 in 1.
Yes.
Man, listen, man, that's crazy. So, how I want to say this, man, as a producer, okay. So, network, but all right. Let's go in because you mentioned Thuggish Ruggish. Let's talk about Creeping on the Come Up for a minute. Thuggish Ruggish, this is the first time we heard Bone. Can you give us, like you said, you already had the beat when they came back. Give us the story on how you made that beat or what it took to put that together.
Oh yeah, man. Well, like once he gave me direction as far as Crazy on the vibe that they was on, me and my man Kenny McLeod, who was the co-producer on that track, we sat in there and I was already like, okay, well, you know, I knew the tempo of the beat, it was smooth, but I just put that rough edge on top of a smooth groove. And man, you know, we just came and just dirtied up something that would be considered a slow jam. I just dirtied it up, man, with dark piano. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He came, my man Kenny McLeod came with the guitar harmonics, and you know what I'm saying, flipping that song Junior, and that Mama used to say. And then we just kind of like, you know, did it from that point. And then the singing, man, was weird, man, how we got Shatasha on there, because it was an artist that was signed to my production company, and he went and found Shatasha, and he brought her to me so I can hear her to sing on his stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That I was already producing. So she came up there, man, the same day I'm doing Thuggish Ruggish, and the fellas that came back from shopping, and they in there vibing to the Thuggish Ruggish track, and she out in the lobby singing for me, like doing an audition. Mm-hmm. And like she's blowing, bro. I mean, oh my God. And they heard it. Every time the tape stopped, they heard her singing through the wall. And I remember Busy sticking his head out, saying, "Who's that?" And I said, "Man, I didn't know her now." I said, "Man, you know, it's homegirl right here." He said, "Man, we need her." Just like that. You know what I'm saying? So she come to audition for me. I don't even know her name. And he stick his head out the door saying, "We need her." So boom, she go right in there. They already had the idea, you know what I'm saying? And she went in there, bro, and just did it like one take, bro. One take, and threw her name in there and everything. I'm like, damn, I don't even know this chick. So my whole mind, I'm thinking about Easy. I'm like, man, now we got to get this approved with Easy and make sure he going to be cool with it. Yeah. And so when he came in that evening, he heard it. And then, you know, she threw her little name at the end. And he was cool with everything. He said, "Leave it just the way it is, bro." Yeah, man, that's the kind of visionary that dude was, bro. Man, that dude was cool, man. So he said, "Leave it just the way it is." Yeah. Man, and we left it like that. He put the record out, bro. I'm like the newest guy on the team. I had only been with him for like a year before Bone got there. And I'm the newest guy on the team. I remember going down to the distributor, Relativity, and I saw the posters because my homeboy worked there, named DJ Links. Mm-hmm. He worked there, he showed me the poster, and it had the Bone Cat sitting down, and he was in the poster, and it had produced by DJ U-Neek, featuring Shatasha Williams. And I'm like, man, we nobodies, bro. Yeah. And he put us on there like we was like, you know, Dre featuring, you know, somebody big, you know. Yeah. So I was like, damn, man. So he set us up, bro, and that's just the way it came about, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like that, and everything blew up.
Man, you talk about that smash hit. Y'all hit it. Y'all nailed it on the first try, man, with that Thuggish Ruggish. Then you guys, I remember the remix to it. This actually went to become the East 1999 song. The beat DJ made, the remix beat. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna try to kind of speed through some stuff for sake of time. I want to talk about this Points from the Panther soundtrack.
Okay.
On this particular track, this is where Crazy busts his verse that got them signed on his record. And you had a version of this record as well, because I think Easy Mo B did the original, and then you did a remix. Yeah. And then, so how did that come about? You making a version of it, and y'all getting, first of all, Bone was way different than, I think the only West Coast artist I seen on there was like Coolio or something, but the rest of them was like East Coast. How did this whole thing come about?
Oh man, it was my man Chris Lighty, man, rest in peace, from Violator Management. I was doing some work with him, so he was already like one of the executives or something on that soundtrack, and we was building our work relationship, So he told me, bro, won't you come with a remix, man, for this is Panther soundtrack. So I listened to it, and I knew he was already like A&R at Def Jam, and also had Violator Management. So I said, man, you know what would be cool? If I use the first beat, because by being, I think it was like, was it Def Jam or Mercury? I don't know, but I'm thinking about him. So he had Def Jam. So I said, let me hit them with their first beat, which was Tila Rock, It's Yours. So I took the beat that was the first beat ever produced on Def Jam, and then put our flavor on top of it, and just synced all the vocals up, bro. They sent me the vocals. I synced all the vocals up, and man, that was pretty much it right there. But it's all because of Chris Lighty. He had hooked that up, and that's basically, I just put my flair to it. That was it.
Yeah, man, everybody always talk about Notorious Thugs and, Bone working with Biggie, but Bone worked with Biggie on that joint right there, right out the gate. Right
out the gate, bro.
Yeah, that joint had Biggie on it. And but you know what floored me about this? I know you was there at the Verses when they versed the 3-6 Mafia and all of that. I wonder why they didn't use that track right there. Can you imagine if Busta Rhymes and Redman would have came out on that stage with them and did that joint right there? That would have been over, game over.
It would have been game over, bro. And and then one of the biggest hits they didn't perform was First of the Month.
We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it.
yeah. So I really, yeah, man. I don't know why we didn't come with a lot of our hitters, because we would have killed it, bro.
Man,
yes, man.
Man, yeah, we gonna talk about it, bro. All right, let's move on to East 1999. Let's talk about this album. So this is the album that was nominated for a Grammy. Ultimately, it ended up losing to Naughty by Nature. What you think about that?
Oh man, you know what, man? Just to be nominated, bro, was big for us, man. Yeah, I really didn't trip, man. I was just pumped on the whole thing of just being nominated, man. Yeah. You feel me? Because I love Naughty by Nature, man. So yeah, I really didn't feel no way about it. You feel me? I didn't feel no way about it.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. I feel you. That's real. So then you guys got nominated also for the First of the Month. That was nominated for a Grammy. That single. Now you mentioned First of the Month. You guys did not use that in the verses, and so what's your opinion on why that wasn't used?
Man, I don't know, man. I just I was at the rehearsals and everything, man. And to be honest with you, I didn't even think about it. It was a trip.
Wait, hold up. Back up. Y'all had rehearsals. Mm-hmm. This was a part of the rehearsals, like that y'all was gonna do First of the Month.
No, it was like when they played their set list.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't in there.
What?
But I didn't even trip off of it to even notice. You know what I'm saying? I was just like looking at them, and we was looking at how they was gonna come out on this joint, this and that, and man, I didn't even think about it because I sure would have said something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, wait a minute, bro. How we not doing First of the Month?
Hey,
man, it just got past us, bro.
That's wow.
Man, I don't know, man.
Somebody dropped the ball, boy. Yeah, y'all dropped the ball.
Big time. Big time, bro.
All right, man. Let's move on quickly. Let's quickly move on.
I got one question about First of the Month, though.
What's that?
As big as that song was, how did it almost not make the album? Is it true that it almost didn't make the album?
What's going on with the First of the Month, man?
Yeah. No, so just real quick, Bone had pretty much recorded everything, man. They was ready to go home. It's like Christmas time, whatever. They trying to get back, get back to Cleveland with their newfound fame. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So they was trying to, wrap it up. And, when you wrap up the album, you get your back in. You know what I'm saying? So they was ready to go, man. They put work in, man, was ready to go. And I've been working with this track forever. and I just couldn't get it the way I wanted it, man. So I finally got it, and they had pretty much recorded all these songs for Eternal. And I said, bro, I got this one more. And they was not trying to hear it, bro. I remember the look in their face. They're like, oh, man, hell no. Nigga was like, hell no, bro. Man, we should get the fuck out of here, get this money, get back home, bro, this and that. And I looked at Craig, man. I said, Craig, man, just come in for a minute and just stick your head in here and listen to this track, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, man, he came on and stuck his head in there and listened to the shit.
Yo.
And that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He looked back at the rest of them like, bro, this motherfucker here, you know what I'm saying? They all came and they listened, bro. And they was like,
Unique, hold on, let me,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me cut in real quick. Hey, bro, you gotta remember we on the radio. We can't do no profanity.
Oh.
Man. You flesh and boning us right now, man. You flesh and boning us. But yeah, man.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, we just can't speak it. We could play music, but yeah, no, I feel you, man. And we definitely, that's one of my favorite songs all times of Bone. First of the month. I want to talk about this Crossroads though, the Crossroad remix specifically. Okay. I know y'all got an original version. This is one you guys actually did bring home the Grammy with this one.
Yes.
So I want to know in your own words, man, what does this record mean to you?
Man, the remix was especially done for Easy, man. So, it definitely touches a real, serious note with me, man, you know what I'm saying? And I love it, man, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Love it, man. It's from the heart, man. Everything was straight from the heart, man. And we had to do it. We had to do it, man. Because the first original was for their boy Wally. That was from Cleveland,
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then Easy Pass, and we just put that remix together, man. And it was something serious for all of us, really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I got it sitting in my notes right here, man, that this is a special record for hip-hop, period. Kind of like Dear Mama or, saying something along that magnitude. It's just a special thing for hip-hop. Even when, when you go back in history and look at what it's done. It inspired people like Mariah Carey. When she did the Breakdown joint, I heard the story that, she was inspired by the Crossroads and stuff. So like that. So like you actually played a part in inspiring an artist like Mariah Carey, and that's crazy, bro.
It is.
That's wild, man. That's what I keep saying, man. You are so important to this Bone Thug story. I want to know about this East 1999 album. My major question is, I see on Wikipedia, Google, all of that it sold it went 4 times platinum, but I know you getting paid off this thing. So how many records has this thing actually sold?
No, it's past 7, man. Yeah, it's past 7, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's close to 8. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting for that day for it to hit diamond. You know what I'm saying? That sucker's a masterpiece, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know. Hey, bro, you already know, man. When you hear that record and you hear that energy, bro, like, man, we was all locked in, bro. Like, you talking about locked in. We was on one accord,
right?
Locked in. We had a lot to prove, bro.
Man,
to prove. You know what I'm saying? And we did it.
Yeah, I seen your video where you was doing where you showing your video recordings of when y'all did that. That was dope, man. Man, listen,
I appreciate it.
I want to talk about my favorite record y'all ever did together, man. Everyday Thing on the show soundtrack. Man, bro, listen. That beat when you was on something else when you made that beat right there, man. And this is another record. This is another record I was angry at that y'all didn't use in the verses. That's another one. Crazy, man. But give us the story on how you made this beat, because this is my favorite beat by you, man.
Well, that track right there, man. Easy had just bought me some new equipment. You know what I'm saying? And I was working with a guy by the name of Tony C. So he co-produced that with me, and he was, the guy, like, he got an R&B background, fluent with the piano and everything. So Easy had me go up to the Guitar Center brand, just unlimited. You know what I'm saying? Just grab what you want. So I bought a whole bunch of modules and stuff, and came into the studio. And that song right there, and a song called Sleepwalkers, were the first 2 tracks I came up with. Once, you know what I'm saying, like once I got everything and learned how everything go, and man, that's how the track came about, bro. Yeah, man.
I love that, man. My homeboy Stray put me onto that track right there, and man, I tell you, to this day, that's my all time. They was on a whole different. They was in rare form on that track. Let's talk about Art
For
of
real.
War. Art of War, man. Let's talk about this one for a minute, man. Because the sounds, the sounds that you used on this one was noticeably different. It was way different than what y'all, was sounding like on East 99 and Creeping on the Come Up, in my opinion. The Look Into My Eyes, certified hit. You know what I'm saying? And then we got to talk about this infamous Thug Love with Tupac. Were you actually there when they recorded this song in the studio?
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was there, man. It was me, Busy, Silky Fine, and Bones' main engineer, Aaron Connor.
Mm-hmm.
He was there, and he had an assistant engineer by the name of Roger Davis. So we was all there, man. And Pac came in with the Outlaws. Came in there, man. Oh my God, man. It was a trip, you know what I'm saying? Because it was like, I was at my little workshop, my little pre-production, and they called me. Rufus called me and said, man, we got Tupac coming over to the main studio. So I'm thinking like, what? You know what I'm saying? So I had to stop what I was doing, because I was over there working on some music, stop what I was doing, rush down to Hollywood, and, I got there, and he hadn't got there yet. And then, he showed up. Brother was clean, bro. He had like a suit on, like a pinstripe suit on with the white shirt with the collar and everything. Oh, he was fly. Mm-hmm. Came in here, and, so I was playing them tracks, man. I played them Wasteland Warriors, and I played him another track.
Ooh,
and man, he was loving. Man. No, he was loving everything. He's like, okay. So he looking at me because I kept like playing different stuff for him. Yeah. He like, is this the one? And then I look, I say, and something kept telling me like, no. And then I played another track. He look at me, is this the one? And I go, no. So I said, Aaron, take me to the vault where we kept the reels at. So I went in there, and I always kept this one reel that I did for Easy, this one song that had, we called it Artillery Shop, and it was for Easy's project, and Crazy Bonnet wrote it. Yeah. And I said, damn, man. So I grabbed the reel. I remember the engineer looking at me like, man, are you serious? I said, yeah, man. I said, I think this is the perfect, time for this song right here. Brought it in and put it on the 2-track, man, and I started bringing the parts real slow. I remember bringing the parts, and I had all my favorite like horror movies off in there. I don't know if you really knows that. I had like a little bit of Halloween, a little bit of Friday 13th, had all that in there. So I'm bringing everything up slowly. And Pac just like listening, and then I bring the beat in, and nigga like rocking to the beat, and then the last thing I unmuted was the gunshot. I say that for laugh. Yeah. I turned it up before I hit the mute button. I turned it up, and I hit the mute button. The gunshot went, man. That nigga went crazy, bro. Yeah. He's like, oh, nigga, he didn't want to hear nothing else. and man, he took all that shit off, man. Excuse me.
Yeah.
No, he took all that stuff off, and he only had like his the pants on from the whole suit he had on, and he just had his that's all he had on, and went off in there, man, and killed it, bro. Like he wasn't writing nothing down, he just was flowing. Yeah, just flowing to just to the beat. So he was, man. So that was a great experience, bro.
Man, listen, I want people out there to know. Man. I want people out there to know this is on your resume, man. Don't play with it, man. This is DJ U-Neek. Man, let's talk. Let me ask you, man. Talking about Art of War. Let me kind of wrap this segment up so I could go on to something else. But the Art of War, I want to know, the whole thing was kind of like inspired by beef situations that they was having with like other Midwest artists and things of that nature. What was your position with the beef element? Like, did you feel like people was trying to steal y'all style, bite from y'all? Is that something for that you actually put into play?
Yeah, no, man, it was definitely going on, man. Like, that's how the industry is, though, really, you know what I'm saying, to this day. Mm-hmm. But, Bone hit big, bro, and here come the clones, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we came with the You Ain't Bone. Mm-hmm. We came with everything. They're ready for war. Yeah, man, man, you could hear it, bro. Like, cats was signing groups.
Oh, yeah,
just because they sound like Bone. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Yeah, it was crazy, man. So it was very irritating, you know what I'm saying? Because, these brothers had to work hard, man, to develop that style. You know what I'm saying? Then we come with the sound to match the style. So that was all God-given, man. So it was like, and now here come these cats finna, you know what I'm saying, try to bite our style. So Bone came with this whole project, this concept. Like, bro, we finna deal with them from this project right here. We finna serve them all.
Yeah,
and that's what they did, bro.
Y'all hit him with 2 albums, man. Y'all did the Drake back to back before Drake did the back to back. Y'all had 2 albums, so you know that's
yes, we did, brother.
That's wild. That's wild, man. That's totally wild. All right, so after the Art of War, we noticed you didn't really produce. You weren't as predominant in producing for Bone as you was those first 3 rounds out the park there. In your own words, why is that?
Well, the fellas, man, just wanted to, experiment, just try some different, go in like a different direction and just hear some other stuff. Yeah. And so, yeah, man, that's pretty much artists growing, evolving, you know what I'm saying? So they just wanted to, try some other things out. So yeah, it was no problem with that, Yeah. Yeah, man. So that's all, that's all it was, man,
All right, I was kind of assuming it might have had something to do with the record label and, I don't know if y'all went different ways and had different contracts. I don't know how that worked, but that's what I was assuming.
Oh yeah, no. It was just Bone wanting to experiment and try some different stuff. Okay. Yeah. No. Ruthless, man. If Ruthless had it their way, man, I would have did everything. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah. I get it. I understand. You mentioned the Sleepwalker joint with Easy, and you produced that joint. You say you produced it. Is there any more joints like this with Easy vocals on them? Just like in the can somewhere?
No, man. The only song we had with Easy vocals that was erased was Mr. Bill Collector. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did a verse on there. Yeah. But at the time, the fellas was at odds with him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, they went in there, man, and erased his vocals, and it was a new engineer, because if it was our engineer, Aaron Connor, he wouldn't let that go down. He would have did something to store them vocals somewhere, or something. But it was like a little short female that was engineering substitute that day, and she listened to what they said. She didn't know. They came in and said, "Oh, yeah, take that off." Yeah. And then I come in late that day, because if I would have been there on time, that wouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? And if Aaron Connor was the engineer, it wouldn't have happened. But it was a new engineer, a substitute engineer in there. And, they got there before me, man. And, whew, and man, like erased them vocals, man. That was terrible.
You need to put them names out there, boy. You name dropped them. I feel you, man. I appreciate it, man. Keep it real.
Yeah, that was terrible, man. Yeah, that was...
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. But yeah. So I heard a version of Mr. Bill Collector with MC Ren on it. Yeah, I heard a version of that out there.
No, man, no, we never did it with Ren. We did it with Eric though. Yeah,
I could have sworn I heard.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to get you that. Because I know it's on YouTube. I heard it might have been a MC Ren song off that beat. I don't know, but I know I heard him rhyming on it. Dang, that'd be a dope interview, MC Ren. I think I had a moment right there. I just had a moment, man. Let me bring it back. Okay, let's talk about DJ U-Neek. Let's talk about your album, man. The Ghetto Street Pharmacist. I want to talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah, you had features on that joint with Lazy, Crazy, Busy. What's up with my man Wish, man? Why people always leaving Wish out, man? Why you ain't getting no feature with Wish?
Man, Wish, man. He pretty much is like whatever the group is doing is what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He really don't do too much outside of the group. You know what I'm saying? He's a total team player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but he is working on some stuff, man. And I wouldn't be surprised, man, if it blow bigger than everybody's solo. To be honest with you,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. I don't want to cut you off, man, but. Man, you got. First of all, I need you to give me some overtime, man, because it's looking like I'm about to get up out of here, man. I need some overtime from you, if you will.
Okay, all right.
A little bit more. So let me do this commercial, man, and let's come back for a little bit more. All right.
Okay. All right.
Stick around. We'll be right back. Yes, sir. Surreal Talk Radio. We back. Calico the Surrealist, DJ Exclusive, and DJ U-Neek. Man, where was I? I know I was talking to you about your app. Okay, yeah, we was talking about Wish. No, I gotta, burn. It's time for my surreal moment. You just inspired me on the spot to come up with a surreal moment. We talking about Wishbone. I know that these your people, man. Can I get you to do me a personal favor? Can we get an interview with Wishbone, man? Can you please make that happen? My man laughing. Hey man, listen. Ask Wish. Listen, no. This is the first time. Hold up. This is the first time I'm gonna do this.
But you know what I can do?
Go ahead.
You know, man. All I can do is, is ask him. You know what I'm saying? And and just go from there, man. Because you never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Never know, man. So I would definitely put that word out to him the first thing tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, man. Because if I could get that, man, you don't even know, man. But yeah, Wishbone. Cool, man. So we talking about your album. You got Lazy. You got all the fellas on there. But this album wasn't released on Ruthless Records. Why is that?
Man, because I know if it was on Ruthless, man, the thing would have really blew. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, it was just like it's kind of like friendly competition. It seemed like it started to be, and stuff like that. So I was like doing my thing, and definitely Ruthless was aware of everything I was doing, but it was just like they wasn't really, showing no interest in it. So I was like, even though I'm featuring the hottest group, pretty much the only group they got over there at the time. I mean, even though they were solo, but it was just like, I wasn't finna kiss no butt, what I'm saying, for no distribution, because the product spoke for itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it was just like a friendly competition or whatever. So I wouldn't let that stop me, man. So I put it out independent. Yeah. And I started off independent, bro. So it was nothing for me to go independent. And then plus I had like a little money to go ahead and do it. So I went on and just did independent, man. Of course, we lacked a lot of marketing and radio play, but I went for it, bro. I mean, that's all I can do,
Oh yeah, man. I don't blame you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
You know what I'm saying? But I would have loved for Ruthless to have been behind it, because that thing would have really blew up, bro. I had Code 187 on there, bro, from Above the Law.
I heard it, bro. I heard the album, man. I know it. I know you had some bangers on there, man. It was a different vibe though, like the beats. Like I'm talking about the beats. The beats, like you could tell it was DJ U-Neek based off of Bones records, but it was crazy because it was like more West Coast, and it sounded different. Like the vibe was a little different for me and everything, which was cool, but it didn't really sound like, a lot of the tracks didn't really sound like something, that you would have had on the Bone album, which was cool.
And see the thing with that is like how I name like Cole 187, Drayson, and them. See, I look at the artists I'm dealing with, so I do things custom fit for them. So see, Bone had their own sound on everything that I created for them. So every time I get in Bone mode, you're going to get their sound. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm doing something with an artist and he's from Chicago or wherever, I'm going to lock in and really do my homework and come with something that's custom fit for that particular artist. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So it was a lot of West Coast artists on there. So that's why you got that more West Coast feel. And then that's where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. All right. So the next question I want to ask you, man, is a rumor I want you to address. Okay. So the rumor that's out there is this Bone Legacy album. It's going. They're supposed to be doing this album where it's going to be a biopic and all of these things. The rumor is that Dr. Dre is supposed to be producing on this album. I want you to, if you can. Because a lot of people are saying we want DJ U-Neek to do the final album, blah, 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 blah. What could you tell us about this Dr. Dre producing the final Bone album?
Man, the fella's been working on that for a minute, and they got all the people, the same people he deal with. They got everybody coming at him, letting them know, like, bro, this is part of the Ruthless family, part of your roots, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he don't got no problem with it. It's just that, they got to just get in your lab and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I don't know what's the hold up on that part, because Dre live in the studio, Bone live in the studio. And we got Lazy and Crazy out here in Cali, and Dre is right up and Sherman Oaks right there, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know what's the problem with them connecting the dots, man, because that's got to happen.
Yeah.
We got to get a track from Dre, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
you know,
sir.
hopefully more than one. Yeah. But the Legacy album is going to be a double, man.
It's gonna be a double,
It's gonna
yeah.
be a double album, man.
And tell us if you can, you know, we gonna have some DJ U-Neek all over that thing, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, because the vision they have for the double is to stay true to the classic sound on one part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other part is going to be featuring all those artists that was influenced, that show love to them, you know, show respect. They're going to feature them, so it's going to have that today sound, but still with the bone flare.
Wow.
But the other album's going to be classic for the fans and everything everybody expect from them. That's going to be me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So man, that's going to be a hot one, bro. Man, that thing going to be hot, bro.
Man, listen, I know what you just did to me. I know what you just did to a whole bunch of Bone fans, man, by that little, you know, part of the story right there. That's crazy.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be wild.
That's a good idea, though.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is, man. All right, so tell us, man, DJ U-Neek, what you doing these days besides working on the Legacy album?
Man, I got a project, man, that you can say it's gospel rap, you know what I'm saying, but it's not really like the traditional gospel music, and it's called Overflow Music, and it's me and my oldest son, Tim 818. And we got a single out right now. It's like we doing a mixtape, building the brand up right now. And we got a single out right now called He Keeps Me Strong 365. You can find it on YouTube. And that's the first mixtape single. But we just dropping single after single after single with video and just building it before we drop a whole project. We got to earn that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I'm doing that. So that's Overflow Music. And then I got this movement called Hip Hop Saved My Life. And, man, that's a cool one, man, because it's about artist empowerment and just financial literacy. It's an artist boot camp. It's a lot, man, showing artists how to, you know, write songs and the whole production, the whole studio way of how I go. And it's a lot, man, you know what I'm saying, to really deal with, like, building up artists and getting them more educated, you know, on the business side of things instead of just performing on the stage, you know. Mm-hmm. So that's called Hip Hop Saved My Life. And then I got my son's magazine. He passed away last year, February 10th, and it's called Art Sabbath. So I'm keeping his legacy going. And I had my older boy, my oldest son, he passed away earlier this year. So less than a year apart, man. Or Brian Gray, he passed away. So I'm doing Art Sabbath in memory of both of them. And that's what I'm doing. So it's artsabbathmag.com. So that's what I'm pushing. So we got the mag. It's digital online. So I'm doing that, man, and that's pretty much. You know, then I got a book coming, bro.
Man,
got a book coming, man. So you got to look out for that, bro. You got to look out for that book, bro.
Man, I wish you the best.
Man, so that's what I'm doing.
For sure, man. I definitely wish you the best on that, man. Sorry to hear about the kids, man, the children, man. That's sad, man. But I definitely wish you the best for you know, these projects that you're doing in their legacy and their honor. That's what's up, bro.
Yes, sir.
I got my man. I'm usually happy when I do my surreal moment. You just gave me some sad news, man. But I want to do my my surreal moment and bring it back up. So let's bring it back up. So surreal moment. This is usually when if I have an artist in the building, man, I have them spit for me. I have them do something. But you're not in the building with us, so I just want to ask you a surreal question. I want you to give me your favorite memory in your career. Like, highlight your favorite memory that you had as a producer.
Favorite memory as a producer, huh? Off in the lab, man, that's a good one. That's something. You kind of got me with that one. It's the favorite moment, man. You know, I can go and say the Thug Love session.
Okay.
Yes. I can say the Thug Love session, man. Yeah, that was, man, you know, just the whole vibe that Pac carried and to be able to work with him, that was a top moment for me, man. That's one of my top moments, man, to work with Pac, man. You know what I'm saying? That dude's an icon. Yes, man. So that right there, man, Thug Love. Yeah, man, that was a crazy session. And just the way he worked, bro, was totally unorthodox, man. I was like, this dude right here is amazing, man. You know what I'm saying? So so that right there, man, Thug Love. Yep.
Man, listen, I totally can understand it. I can dig it. All right, man, I'm gonna let you get up out of here now, man. I'm gonna let you get up out of here, but I want to give you time to give your shout outs, man. Let your people know you love them. Anything you want to promote, go ahead and get it out there at this time, man. We definitely appreciate your time, so want to give you time to do that, though.
Oh man, I appreciate that, man. So the main thing was like when I was saying about the Art Sabbath magazine, in memory of my son Tyshawn Maurice Middleton, or Brian Eugene Gray. So that's artsabbathmag.com, so you can check out the issues. We do like different issues every quarter. You know what I'm saying? So we got a new issue dedicated to the 50 years of hip hop coming August 1st, and that's at artsabbathmag.com. Check that out August 1st, you know what I'm saying? And I got the Overflow music, you know what I'm saying, which is me and my son, and we featuring Crazy Bone on one. We featuring Big Chan. I don't know if people remember her from Doggy's Angels, and she was part of Eazy's female in WWE. Yeah, Big Chan. So she's on there. So yeah, man. So it's coming. It's called Kingdom Biz, and that's Overflow music. So that's gonna be coming like any day now. You know what I'm saying? And it's an EP. It's a mix EP, and my book, man. I got the book coming. You know what I'm saying? And I got Hip Hop Saved My Life. You know what I'm saying? So and people can follow me on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Tim U-Neek. And, you know what I'm saying, keep up with what I'm doing. And I appreciate you, man, like having me on here, bro.
Most definitely,
much
man.
love, man. I appreciate it.
All right, big dog, man. We're going to let you up out of here, man. Appreciate the interview, man. Thank you so much. Y'all stick around for music from around the way. Right next with DJ Roll coming up in this thing. All right, brother. We'll holler at you later, man.
Okay, blessings, bro. Peace.
All right, bro. Peace.
All right.